Hi guys, this is your Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to do something different, but this is going to be my first of two test videos. One in English and one in Spanish. This one in English. This one in English, and the second one as well. I'll be testing this video. This is a test video, meaning that I'll be talking about something that I'm very passionate to my core. Besides giving you Disney Plus reviews, and Disney Plus content. And of course, I'm talking about WWE wrestling, WWE, or wrestling in general, but mostly WWE. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna talk about or give my review on, or my thoughts / review on, are on the event of last night's premium live event or pay-per-view event of WWE Money in the Bank 2024. So with that being said, guys, I hope that first of all, before I start, I hope that you like this first test video, and if you would like to see more of my WWE reviews on pay-per-view / Raw and SmackDown, and maybe NXT reviews. I hope that you like this one, my first test video. So with that being said, here we go, guys. I really enjoyed Money in the Bank, WWE Money in the Bank 2024, because it had a lot of awesome stuff. First of all, let's start from the beginning. I really enjoyed the Money in the Bank ladder match. It had a lot of action. To be more specific, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I thought one of my favorite impact points or spots in the match was there's actually three action spots or spots that I really enjoyed. The first one was El Idolo Andrade's spot where Carmel, the I Am Him, or the I Am Him wannabe at this point, Carmelo Hayes and El Idolo Andrade. Their spot was great. Carmelo Hayes was on top of the scaffold or ladder bridge that was laying as a base to get to the main ladder, to reach the briefcase. But Andrade was able to stop Carmelo Hayes by doing a sort of Irish Russian moonsault Russian leg sweep, but a back flipping Russian leg sweep, a backflip Russian leg sweep. Then my other favorite spot was when Carmelo Hayes was flew over the top rope and landed on LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Chad Gable, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, his front senton on the outside of the ring was pretty great. My other favorite spot of the match was when Chad Gable was hanging to with his fingertips and dangling to the briefcase. Then he did his best impression of a falling Superman from the sky or from the briefcase. Then Jimmy Uso off the rebound of Chad Gable's face, making contact to the mat. After rebounding from the mat, Jimmy was able to give Chad Gable a spear. Then my third spot, or my third action spot of the match, was the final moments when we thought that the master of the Yi movement, meaning Jay was this close, like Brazil was close to winning last night's match against Uruguay, but they choked. But Brazil choked last night. But Brazil choked under the pressure. But anyway, getting into Jay. I really enjoyed this spot because we were a few seconds away from crowning Jay as the new Mr. Money in the Bank. But no. Of course, the crying baby and obsessed new boyfriend, and obsessed with his favorite teen idol, Drew McIntyre, obsessed with his new favorite teen idol, or very weird crush with CM Punk, was able to hit Jay with a ladder straight in the face, and of course Drew McIntyre was able to capture his crowning achievement, what he said he was going to do on SmackDown the night before, that he was going to get the briefcase and cash it in on Damian Priest or Seth Rollins, which I'll get to in a little bit. So with that being said, Drew McIntyre, his unhealthy obsession with his dirty little secret named CM Punk, got his obsession I guess is the best way that I can describe what drove Drew McIntyre insane in a good way to win the Money in the Bank. First is pure hatred slash hidden crush or hidden love obsession with CM Punk. Because seriously, guys, don't you think that we had enough? We had enough with CM Punk, I heart thou hate you, CM Punk guy, but I'm really obsessed with you, and I kind of in a weird way obsessed with you slash love you, even though it's not true. I really hate you, and I want my revenge on you. And of course that revenge that I'm talking about from Drew McIntyre is thanks to CM Punk. He lost the the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. His opportunity to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40 in the city of brothers, the city of brotherly love, the city of love your brother. I mean Philadelphia, PA, Philadelphia, and he lost. And Drew McIntyre lost his opportunity to become World Heavyweight Champion against Seth Rollins, thanks to CM Punk. His strange obsession with CM Punk. So CM Punk caused Drew McIntyre his World Championship title shot, or title retention against title clinching, capturing against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 41. But then after the men's Money in the Bank match, we got to see Trish Stratus, Toronto's beautiful Maple Leaf. She was a wonderful home and pay-per-view host of Money in the Bank. But not only that, we got to see she introduced. We didn't know this, or at least I didn't get any inclination from WWE, or that John Cena was gonna show up. But John Cena had something very, 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 very important to say to us, the WWE universe, and to my Maple Leaf loving family members, or WWE universe family members, that he said that his final year of ring in competition year will be next year in 2025. So that means that we will get to see John Cena next year on Raw, on Netflix. And John Cena said this: I have never been on Raw on Netflix, and thanks to WWE's new global deal with Netflix, meaning that Netflix will have the global rights to Netflix, including here in the US, but only for Raw, and I think a WWE and an ECW and the new ECW ECW on Netflix. But I think I know what you're thinking, Carlos. What does this mean for Peacock? I don't really know, guys. I guess we will have to. I guess we will have to wait until next year, because according to myself, and the stuff that I've searched about this, is that the only two shows that will be able to be shown on Netflix here in the U.S. will be Raw, and the new ECW that will have a hint of UFC, because, as you know, TKO, the parent or father company of UFC purchased WWE as well. So with that being said, I don't know what's the deal with that. But according to the stuff that I have read on the internet, that the WWE's deal with Peacock will end in 2026. Or is until 2026, or something like that. You can check me on that. You can check me on that. But going back to John Cena, he said that he's going to retire in 2025, meaning that his final WrestleMania moment for Mr. Loyalty, hustle, and respect, or if you want to go old school, guys, or in the early days of John Cena, the doctor of Thugonomics, yes, the doctor of Thugonomics, his final WrestleMania will be at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, in Sin City. Now going back to the action of MB 2024. Before that, we had an interesting and awesome match between Braun Breaker, who is a former two-time NXT champion, world champion. Then we have Sami Zayn, the newly minted Intercontinental Champion. Now, let me give you some background on Braun Breaker, if you guys don't know. If you do, I'm proud of you. Braun Breaker has some powerful genetics in him and outside of himself. He's the son of the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner, and he's the nephew of Scott Steiner, Big Pump, the genetic freak, or in Braun Breaker's case, the genetic dog-faced gremlin. Or in this case, or if you want to get more specific, without using the dog-faced gremlin moniker, the there's the genetic nutcase, and I mean it, and I mean this in nutcase. I mean this in a good slash bad way. But anyway, the whole thing with Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker started easily, like baking a good pie, baking a good apple pie. Regarding the storyline between the two. First we have Braun Breaker as the new kid drafted to Raw. Him wanting to go or be in the King of the Ring tournament, which he was obliged to ask or say, I want to be in the King of the Ring tournament. But Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager, said no to Braun Breaker. He said, that's good, but I think you need to get your ring boots a little bit more wet. Meaning that Adam Pearce, although Adam Pearce thought that Braun Breaker would be a good fit in the King of the Ring tournament in May. He thought that it was too soon. And of course, that decision from Adam Pearce made Braun Breaker absolutely ballistic. That made Braun Breaker blow a gasket, a mental and physical gasket. So what would be a replacement goal for not getting the opportunity to be in the King of the Ring tournament? Easy. Find a champion. Find a Raw champion. Meaning, either the World Heavyweight Champion, Damon Priest, or the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. So that's how we got there. But I have to give Braun Breaker this. He's a genetic nutcase. In a good way / bad way. But he's a great athlete. He has great genes in him and outside of him. But now let's get into the match. I really love this match because it was filled with fluid movement, which guys, you might think this is funny, but I think in a WWE match, you have to have. Here are my 3 components to a great WWE match. Anywhere. It doesn't matter if it has to be, if it's on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or in this case, a pay-per-view or PLE, premium live match. Here are my 3 components. Great storyline, which we have. which we have here between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. 2. A great promo and great slash fast track rivalry, meaning that the rivalry between Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker, progresses, moves at a good pace. Then 3rd, good match rhythm, or a good match and a good spot rhythm. And to be more specific, my favorite spots from Braun Breaker were when we thought that he had it in the when he had Sami Zayn almost falling, almost out of whack, meaning when Sami Zayn was almost out of his feet, meaning that he was just weak and just barely standing. And to be more specific, my second favorite spot of Braun Breaker was when he did this gorilla press slam, and he pumped Sami Zayn up in the air semi-launched Sami Zayn's body up in the air, and then Braun was able to capture or pick Sami Zayn up in the air, and then give him a wham drop, a wham drop of a power slam, a British Bulldog type power slam. And of course, my favorite Sami Zayn spots were when Sami Zayn did his springboard tornado DDT on Braun Breaker, and when Braun Breaker was at the peak of his spot, when Braun Breaker was preparing himself to give Sami Zayn a second spear, but Sami Zayn was able to the first spear Sami Zayn gave Braun Breaker a knee to the face to stop the momentum. Then in turn, Braun Breaker was able to stop the haluba kick. Sami Zayn's first try to give Braun Breaker his haluba kick. Braun Breaker was able to give Sami Zayn a high knee strike, or a Harley Race high knee strike type strike. But the final spot was my favorite. When we thought that Sami Zayn was going to get another spear by Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker was going to become the new Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn was able to counter that Braun Breaker's momentum with an exploder plex, and then Sami Zayn gave a Ferrari an F1 type Ferrari car of a haluva kick to Braun Breaker's face, and I love Braun Breaker's falling reaction face when he was like when he was like dizzy, and just that was a great falling spot and falling face for Braun Breaker. Then the referee counted the 1, 2, 3, and Sami Zayn retain his current Intercontinental Champion. Now let's get into the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth Rollins slash Becky Lynch's husband and el campeón from the land of Mofongo, Puerto Rico, from Puerto Rico, Damien Priest against Seth Rollins. I really enjoyed this match because Seth Rollins had not been in the ring since WrestleMania 40 when he lost, when Damien Priest cashed in his money in the Bank contract on Seth Rollins. Therefore, Seth Rollins lost his World Heavyweight Championship to El Campeón, to the current campeón, Damien Priest. But this wasn't going to be a normal singles match, because I'll get to that in a little bit. Like I said before, Drew McIntyre had won the right the Money in the Bank Money in the Bank match earlier in the night, and he said on Friday this on Friday Night SmackDown, and he said it when he won the Money in the Bank, when he won the briefcase. I told you all, to all my critics, I was going to be Mr. Money in the Bank, and now I'm going to make my promise complete by cashing it in on or in the match between on Damien Priest, or in the match between Seth Rollins and Damien Priest. And he did. So all of a sudden, when we thought that it was going to be a one-on-one match, and when we thought that Seth Rollins and Damien Priest were going to have a 1-2-3 pinfall victory on each other, Drew McIntyre turned this wonderful singles match between Damien Priest, El Campeón, and Seth Rollins into a triple threat match. And I really loved Seth Rollins' spots. First, when we thought that Seth Rollins was going to beat Damien Priest with a curb stomp, Damien Priest was able to deliver his homage to Razor Ramon Scott Hall with his version of Razor's Edge. Then all of a sudden we hear Drew McIntyre's entrance music, and now the match is turned into a triple threat match, and of course, the first person that Drew McIntyre attacks is, of course, the weakest one in the match. Up to that point, of course, that was Seth freaking Rollins, because he had been getting beat up by Damien Priest. So what does what does Drew McIntyre do to Seth freaking Rollins? He gives him a Claiborne boot all the way from his Willie Wallace land. Yes, from Willie Wallace land, from Glasgow, Scotland, all the way to Canada. His Claymore kick or Claymore boot straight to Seth Rollins' face. But when we thought that Drew McIntyre was going to get the 1-2-3 victory, Seth was no, sorry. When we thought that Drew was going to be the new and crowned the new World Heavyweight Champion without the involvement of El Campeón, and Drew was going to get the 1-2-3. All of a sudden, his torment, his obsession obsession, toxic romance. CM Punk shows up and starts beating up on Drew, and of course this causes the perfect opportunity for Damien Priest to pin. Yes, to pin Drew McIntyre. Therefore, Drew McIntyre, I think, becomes the fourth or second or third person. Yes, third person to say that he was going to win the Money in the Bank and cash it win the Money in the Bank ladder match, then win it, then win the Money in the Bank ladder match, then say in telling that I'm going to cash it in on the World Heavyweight Championship match, and then loses that opportunity, and then before losing it, he cashes in the his briefcase that he won, hard fought, but booed victory. But tragically, to Drew McIntyre's dismay and tragic pages of his current directory, current line of his WWE career graph line of his WWE career, instead of going way up, it's going down. It got into a dark, and to be honest, guys, a very miserable and dark low point because of CM Punk. So thanks to CM Punk, again, Drew McIntyre loses the match. But there's more. Not only did CM Punk cause Drew McIntyre his shot at the World Heavyweight Champion, but he also caused Seth Rollins a big giant headache, or a big giant migraine, if you will. Then after the match, we see Seth Rollins screaming and saying, I'm going to beat the holy crap out of you, CM Punk. And then we see Corey Graves, the analyst, one of the analysts of the English commentary team that includes the commentary insights of the coal miner Michael Cole. We see Corey Graves trying to calm down Seth freaking Rollins. Eventually, Corey Graves is able to quell the rage of Seth freaking Rollins towards CM Punk, and that's the end of that. Then after the debacle of the Intercontinental, after the debacle, or after the atomic bomb, the atomic chaos bomb that CM Punk caused in the World Heavyweight Championship match, it was time for us to focus on the women's Money in the Bank match. And guys, I have to tell you, I really enjoyed this match because it had a lot of newcomers and a two-time Money in the Bank veteran in the mix. First we have Naomi, which she came back after first we have Naomi, which had come back after a long and controversial hiatus controversial break from our WWE screens. We have Io Sky, who is the leader of the new and improved, according to her, who is the co-leader or co-founder or co-creator of the new and improved Damage Control faction, which includes Dakota Kai, Io Sky herself, and Asuka. After Io Sky, we have Zoe Stark, who qualified to be in the match, in the Money in the Bank match, thanks to a triple threat match win against her friend and current tag team partner, Shayna Baszler. Then we have Mrs. Tiffy Time herself, Tiffany Stratton. Stratton, who is a former NXT Women's Champion in her own right. Then we have Lyra Valkyria, also a newcomer, also a new ladder Money in the Bank enthusiast, who's also a former NXT Women's Champion, and who came close to be in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. But now let's go into the match itself. I really enjoyed Naomi's split slam onto Io, or I can't remember, guys, if it was onto Io or onto Zoe Stark. Then we have Naomi trying to climb the ladder and trying to reach. Then we have my second favorite spot of the match, when we have Naomi trying to reach or climb the ladder to the briefcase, but Zoe Stark and Io Sky are able to stop her and are able to split the two ladders, and we have Naomi dangling like Jean-Claude Van Damme slash RVD, trying to hold herself with her legs apart like RVD, or like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And at the end of this spot, Naomi was able to do a tornado to transition from her RVD stretching position, and was able to transition into a tornado DDT on Zoe Stark. Then my ultimate favorite spot that included my ultimate favorite spot from the match was when Io did her best version of the Michinoku of Taiga Michinoku driver onto Zoe Stark, but it wasn't a normal Michinoku driver on poor Zoe Stark. She did a super Michinoku, a super impression of her own Michinoku driver, but on Zoe Stark, but poor Zoe Stark had landed onto. They both landed. Yes, the giver of the Michinoku driver, meaning Io Sky, and poor body of Zoe Stark. She landed and broke a ladder. Then my fourth favorite spot of the match was, and this was the beginning / middle of the Money in the Bank match, was the alliance between Mrs. Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green's brief alliance in the match. And then my fourth and almost made it to the end. Almost made her climb to the Money in the Bank briefcase. Chelsea Green's spots when she was dealing with her fear of height, and when she slapped herself to get herself together to climb the ladder and try to reach the Money in the Bank match. Then my second / fourth, technically overall fourth spot, but second spot of Chelsea Green was when she was slapping herself silly, or hitting herself silly, to get confidence in herself to climb ladder, but tragically for my Maple Leaf and Canadian brothers and sisters of the WWE universe, Tiffany Stratton was able to push the ladder, Zoe was able to push Chelsea Green's ladder to lose its balance, and poor Chelsea Green landed or crashed into the two tables that she and Tiffany Mrs. Tiffany Time herself, Tiffany Stratton, had set up earlier in the match. And after the crashing down, the mega crash of Chelsea Green onto the both sets of tables that again both she and Tiffany Stratton had set up earlier in the match, Tiffany Time was able to climb her ladder to flashy success, to her flashy and great success, and therefore she became the new and sassy and very pink and very pink wearing loving Money in the Bank winner. So Tiffany Stratton won the 2024 women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Then we had our main event. It was the new and sick, the new and improved, according to Soul Sikoa. Now, guys, I'm going to get personal here. I'm going to show my true passion for WWE with this match. It was the new and improved Bloodline, according to Solo, the new head honcho, according to himself, of the Bloodline, and his new Bloodline members, Jacob Fatu and Tonga Bailoa, or whatever his name is. But now I'm going to show you my true passion and my true personal my true passion for this. Yes. So again, we have the new and improved Bloodline, Soul Sikoa teaming up with Jake, with his new enforcer, his new Hawaiian kiss my feet, or shove my head up your butt of Jacob Fatu, and of course his other shoving up my butt of my derriere of a subject, Tagamailoa. We have the new Blue Lane against Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, and of course KO. Kevin Owens, and of course the Viper himself, Randy Orton. Now let's get into this. I'm talking to you, Yokozuna. Yes, Solo Sikoa. I'm using your real name. Your real name, Yokozuna. Yoko Fatu. Yokozuna. Yoko Fatu Zu. Yokozuna Anuwani Fatu. Solo Yokozuna Anuwani Fatu. Yes, Yokozuna. You don't have the guts. You don't have the moxie of your cousin, of the true tribal chief Roman Reigns, or should I say Joe Anuwani Fatu. Yes, you don't have the credibility. You don't have the credibility of your cousin, of your 4th or 40th cousin, 40th cousin, 15 times removed, or maybe 5th, or maybe 2 times removed, once removed of your cousin. Because even though I don't know the current state of your cousin Joe, aka Roman Reigns, you can't beat him, and you know it. Your father knows it. The Rock knows it, and by the way, Paul Heyman knows it. Actually, So actually, so Sikoa or Yokozuna, so Sikoa, you're not a Paul Heyman guy. You wish you were. But you know what? You're big, you're big, you're big, you're big, your big your big belly, your big fluffy belly of nothing, your big fluffy of grease, of grease, of Samoan, of grease inside of you, and you know it. You are not Roman Reigns. You are not in the caliber. You're not in the conversation. You're not in the conversation of the greatest of the greatest Samoans, of the greatest Samoan of all time. Because currently, let me give you my list of the greatest Samoans right now. Currently, of course, The Rock. Then second, currently is Roman Reigns. Then at the very bottom, at the very bottom of the landfill of great Samoan wrestlers, of great Samoan wrestlers, which you are at the very bottom of. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are nothing without Roman Reigns, and you know it. By the way, Solo Sikoa, you are not the tribal chief, and you know it. Now, let's get into the match. Now, let me be clear on this. Before I get into the match, let me say that all my hopes and prayers go out to Kevin Owens because his mom is not feeling too well. Now let's get into the match. I really love the match because when we thought that Solo Sikoa and his butt cracking butt lickers of his new family members, of his quote unquote real bloodline, had an easy victory. Had an easy victory in hand. Cody Rhodes, KO, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton were able to quell that hope from the new bloodline, But of course, I'll get to that in a little bit. And then one of my favorite spots from the match itself was when Cody Rhodes was telling both Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to do their own version of the Shield Bomb, which was made famous by the original Shield, which included Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and a guy named Dean Ambrose. But tragically, to our dismay, guys, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens and Randy Orton weren't able to complete that triple power bomb onto Solo Sikoa. But the one thing that they did accomplish was, to be more specific, KO was able to splash to do his homage to Eddie Guerrero and do his own version or short distance version of of the frog splash onto Jacob Fatu. But tragically, at the end of the day, or at the end of the match, the Bloodline beat Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. And to be more specific, Yokozuna, or the wannabe tribal chief and official wannabe leader and official court gesture to our real tribal chief Roman Reigns was able to pin Cody Rhodes for the 1, 2, 3. So with that being said, guys, that's how Money in the Bank 2024 Toronto concluded. So with that being said, guys, let me know what was your favorite match and spots from Money in the Bank, and also let me know what do you think will happen. What do you think we will see on the road to SummerSlam 2024. So with that being said, you guys, leave a like and thank you. Bye.